And it is now 10:40, and we will begin the LDC portion of the meeting. Good morning. I am Robin Mack, and we bring together everyone for the 2026 Finance and Audit Committee meeting for the Dutchess County LDC. Today, again, is Wednesday, March 4th, 2026. And we begin with the roll call.
Mark Doyle?
Here.
James McCone?
Here.
Brian Barron?
Here.
Okay, moving forward to approval of the minutes.
I'll make a
from-
motion to approve those minutes.
Yes, move to the approval of the minutes for September 29, 2025. The last time the LDC met with regards to finance and audit.
Mark made a motion. Jamie second?
Yes.
Brian Barron?
Approved.
James McCone?
Approved.
Mark Doyle?
Approved.
Okay, we haven't any old business, so we move forward to new business, which is the review of the 2025 audit. Jane, do you want to introduce?
I'll let Shannon from RBT. Good morning. So on page 1 is the audit opinion, and the LDC did receive a clean unmodified opinion. Pages 2 and 3 are just the continuation of that opinion letter. Pages 4 through 6 are the management discussion and analysis, also a summary of the statements that are to come. So I'll just go over those in more detail. If we start on page 7, that's your statement of net position. A few key things that I'd like to point out. The cash and cash equivalents is just down 192,000, and that's mostly timing. You will see that the service contract and marketing fee receivable, that is 73,000 in 2025, is down about 57, and that's because in 2024 the county owed 116,000, and this year they only owe 60. So that's where that change is coming from. You'll see the intangible right to use asset is down 78,000, and that's just the annual amortization. There was a new pronouncement a few years ago that required the LDC to record the lease of the current space that they have, and then it gets amortized over the life of that lease. And you'll see the related liability down below. So overall, your total assets are a little over 3.1, and it's down 321,000 based on those changes that we just went over. Your liabilities, your current liabilities are actually down, which is always a good thing. In the prior year, there was a $15,000 liability owed to Startup Space LLC, and that was like the big change between the 2 years, and that's why it's down. And then you'll see the long-term lease liability is the $78,000 change as noted up above. So overall, for 2025, the net position is down 232,000. Again, that's because your revenues were less than expenses, which I'm going to go through next. But at $2.6 million, it has a strong net position. On page 8 is your statement of revenues, expenses, and changes in net position. So you'll see your administrative and closing fees are up about 193,000, and that's just changes of the projects that came to. So this year it was Marist for 225,000 and the culinary for 84. So that's what makes up that 312. Your service contract revenue is down about 216,000, and that's because the change in the county contract. Your expenses overall, your operating expenses are down 99,000, so you're keeping your expenses in line with where they were, or even reducing costs when possible. A few of the items that did change was your professional fees. They're down about 53,000, and that's because I believe you switched vendors from DCI to Group Gordon. Correct. So that was a big savings for the LDC there. And again, your interest income is down about 29,000. That's just change in rates for the current year. So good net position and good financial standing for 2025, even though there is a loss, and that's really just because of timing of projects. Page 9 is just the schedule showing the change of cash, how you started and how it ended, and that's based on the things that we just went over. Pages 10 on are your disclosures. Again, no new disclosures for the LDC. And then we will talk about the schedule of and conduit indebtedness, which is on page 15. So this is the more robust that we were just discussing. So you're a little over 1.3 billion outstanding in all those entities.
How much?
1.3.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They said.
Yep. And then pages 16 and 17 are just a summary of the projects that have to be reported to the APO.
Yeah.
And finally, like the IDA, on page 20, there are no internal control or compliance findings. So job well done.
Very nice.
Any questions?
No, basically the loss we suffered or had, not suffered, was just the fact that the county had cut our
Yes.
budget in half.
Yep.
That's basically
Yeah.
it. The funding, which they needed to because we're self-sustaining with this balance sheet, so, for a few years, so.
Well, yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, we can manage 2.5 million, right, right.
Just maybe sustaining long-term is not quite.
Yeah, well,
Right.
we'll have to get our funding back. Was our funding awarded for 2026? Did they knock it back up or no?
No, was
No.
not knocked back.
Okay.
It's the same.
Right.
Or, some
Right.
other type of changes. But
Right.
we did save some money in the, expanded
DCI
side of the
and-
column, which is
Correct.
great.
That was a big savings.
Yeah,
Still have a very strong balance sheet, so.
sure do. So
Okay.
All
good.
right, Shannon, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay,
So does Shannon come to our meeting next week? No, so we just present, so I need to make a motion that our finance committee accept the findings from our 2025 audit performed by RBT for our March 11th meeting.
I'll second.
Brian Varian,
Approved.
Jane Pacone,
Approved.
Mark Doyle.
Approved.
okay. If there's nothing further, then we're adjourned.
What are we doing with the rest of it?
That's it.
We are done.